Welcome back to the Buck Stops here. Today I will be previewing and showing off a little bit for y'all the Hot Wheels 50 pack. So if you've ever wondered what's inside the Hot Wheels 50 pack, we're going to find out together. Hopefully there's some good cars in here. I haven't really taken any look at it thus far. My son did get a hold of the pack, so we'll see the ones that are kind of open, but I haven't actually looked at it. So let's open this up together. Let's see what is inside. What's inside right here? So let's pull these out and just take a look. So the first one, we got a Jaguar. Nice. Jaguar XJC V12 Coupe. So that's one of the licensed vehicles. Looks pretty cool. Got one licensed vehicle. We'll try to tally up how many licensed and just fantasy cars there are. Next one, if I can grab it. Yep, here we go. Okay, the Mazda RX-3 in yellow. That looks pretty cool. So far, 2 licensed vehicles at the beginning. So there's 2. Next one here. What do we got in the case? Ooh, a 1983 Porsche. 922 8S. This one's a nice one. I like the red. Very cool. So there's 3 licensed vehicles right off the bat. So if you're ever debating whether to get the 50 pack, it will be a little bit cheaper than your just buying them at the store, but don't know what's all inside of it. Okay, we got the Renault eSpace F1, which I think is also another licensed vehicle. Very cool. So 4 for 4 on the licensed vehicles. See if we can get a new one. All right, okay, didn't see this one. The BMW M3 wagon. Now, this I know has a chance to be a super treasure hunt. It is not, but that's 5 in a row just of licensed vehicles. Okay. Maybe we'll get our first non-licensed fantasy car. Oh, and here it is. The first one, the Cone Shaker. This is pretty neat. A short car, kind of one of those cars that would be good on the Rainbow Road for sure. So right now, there are 5 normal cars, there are licensed cars, and only 1 fantasy car. So next we have, the C Zinger 21C in white. I have the orange one, but the white one actually looks pretty nice. So there's 6 licensed vehicle cars right away. I'm actually looking for a Lamborghini and the wonderful Dodge Hellcat in pink. We got another licensed vehicle, the Mazda RX-7 Drift in red. You got the checkerboards decal number 95. So far, if you're looking for licensed vehicles, this 50 pack has been very nice. What else do we have? Ooh, another Porsche. The Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet. Very cool. So far we're having good luck with licensed vehicles. So very cool. Very cool. The pack has definitely been kind of worth it thus far. Actually didn't mean to buy it, but happened to make its way into my cart, my Amazon cart. So Amazon was having a deal during these Amazon deal days. Got the Volvo 240 Drift Wagon. This is pretty neat. See the interior from above. Also another licensed vehicle. So far, only 1 non-licensed vehicle. Let's see what we got next here. This is kind of fun, just kind of seeing what's all in the pack. What do we got here? No way! The Lamborghini Huracan Sturato. I've been looking for this in the stores. They're just not there. People are snatching these up as soon as possible. And I love just the look of this, the yellow with the racing stripes built in there. That one's a keeper for sure. All right. Oh, yep, this must have been the one that my son grabbed. The Gordon Murray Automotive T33. That's cool. We'll have to open that one all the way. I think we have a different color one, but I really like those Gordon Murray cars. What do we got here? Ooh, the Honda CB 750 Cafe in that nice blue motorcycle color. Like that a lot. But again, we got another licensed vehicle in the pack. And, oh, here's the other one he must have got into. Can't tell what it is. Oh, we kind of had to track him down because he saw the box and got really happy. So here's the opened already. It looks like the British car. Says it is in fact the '67 Austin minivan. So the unboxed one already. Very cool. He'll probably get that one since he opened it. What do you got in the next row? Ooh, the Track Dragon. Now this is a fantasy car. You can see the nice color schemes. A lot of detail in it. It's not a licensed vehicle, but for an unlicensed vehicle that Hot Wheels just created, it looks pretty nice. Happy with that one. So far, only 2 cars have actually been the unlicensed fantasy cars. Ooh, we got the BMW 2002 in the blue color. That is nice. That is very nice. Should have been keeping track of all the cars that we've had thus far, but most of them have been the licensed vehicle. Another fantasy car, the Super Twin Mill. Gotta like the color scheme there. Maybe you don't, but I do. You can see the motor sticking out from the side. Very cool. Very cool. So far the box has actually delivered. I'm really hoping the Dodge Hellcat is in here because that one's hard to find in pink. The Ain't Fair. So we got a bus, all right, with some graffiti on it. I like the card art quite a bit. That one is definitely a Hot Wheels fantasy car. Kind of pulled out of the order. The Mad Fast. Nice. I heard some of these older versions actually have a metal engine that sticks out. So not the case. It doesn't feel very heavy here, but pretty cool nonetheless. So starting to get into more of the fantasy cars that Hot Wheels has made. But here we go. Here's another big hit. This is the BMW 635 CSI. I think we raced one of these already in the black and gold on one of the races. So that's going to be cool. Cool to have in a different color. So that's one thing that Hot Wheels does. They come out with these cars in different colors. Oh, we've seen this one before. Definitely have. We've raced this one already. 2018 Honda Civic Type R. Was pretty fast, but I think got beat out in the first round of that Rainbow Road. Another licensed vehicle altogether. Let's see. Oops, I got that. Ooh, okay. I've been actually looking for one of these. The Formula E Gen 3. These Formula One cars are very nice. And I like the orange. So this is definitely a win. So far, yeah, if you want to avoid the store and all that goes into collectors and some people scalping things, this is a good way to circumvent that. The Roger Dodger 2.0, we know for sure that is a Hot Wheels exclusive vehicle here, a fantasy vehicle. Looks pretty nice, pretty gnarly. Now they say this is part of the electric vehicle series, which is kind of funny when you see the motor sticking out there. Let's see what else we got in here. Ooh, another fantasy vehicle. The Power Rocket in all pink. Part of the X Racers pack. Cool. Next, we got the Gone Mad, another fantasy vehicle from the Hot Wheels series. the Wagons series. You know, like that racing stripe on the side. Well, not really a racing stripe, but the Hot Wheels symbol there, flaming symbol. Alrighty, we're getting down probably halfway through the box. Just feels like halfway through the box. What do we got here? The Speed Driver. Oh, is this the one that you can actually use as a tool? Yes, it is. It's pretty unique. There, you can use it as a tool possibly. Yeah, and then inside, maybe flip it around. Hot Wheels always has some fascinating designs for their fantasy vehicles, so pretty neat there. Ooh, and so far we haven't had any copies. That's actually a win in itself. The Ford Mustang GTD. Now this looks really nice. This is super pretty. I like this a lot. I like that color scheme. So another fantasy vehicle for the win. So far we've had more fantasy vehicles than the more licensed vehicles than fantasy vehicles. Ooh, I don't have this one either. The Silverado EV RST. All right, the electric vehicles are shown out in this one. There we go, adding it to the list of licensed vehicles. So far, I don't know. What do you guys think? In the comments, see if it's worth it. Comment if you think the box is worth it. I think it was about $60-some for 50 cars. When you think of tax and different things, it's probably saving you some money. I'll have to double check if that's actually true. So here's a fantasy car, the key swap. Key swap. Looks like it has a little bit of 90 vibes to it with the color schemes going on. Next we have, do we have another fantasy or a license? El Segundo Rally. I do believe this is one of their fantasy cars. Okay, the rally car. So we're definitely through most of the box. Have not seen the Dodge Charger Hellcat in pink, but I did see someone open the box with it in there. The very nice 67 Shelby GT500. We have it in white, as you can see down there. So we got both colors. I like the color scheme on these. Another licensed vehicle. All right, what we got next? Okay, we got a fantasy wagon, the Dragon Wagon. I wonder if this guy will be fast on the course. I feel like it surprisingly will, especially with the corners and different things you have to go down. All right, what we got? We got another fantasy car, the Blitz Speeder. Okay, I'm not sure if I like the pink, but everything else is really nice. Excuse me. Ooh. The Rapid Pulse, another fantasy vehicle. Definitely looks futuristic. Almost looks like there's not a normal steering column in there or something. Maybe like a self-driving vehicle. I don't know. I haven't done much research. Could probably be looking at the back of it. Oh, no way. This is nice. This is definitely a win. The Chevy Blazer. This is definitely a big time win for this car. I'd love to see this one. This is definitely a keeper for sure. All these. I don't have most of these licensed cars. Okay. Keep on going here. The Fajitas Quick Bite. We got a food truck here. Fast foodie. Definitely a fantasy car, but fun. They're just fun. Some of those, I may not go hunting for the fantasy cars, but when you get them, it's pretty fun. What we got here? I'm trying to go in the rows that they were released. Kind of getting the issue here. We got, yes, the black Ford GT. That's so nice. I love the color scheme on this one. The black with the red racing stripes and the nice low spoiler. They've definitely hit it out of the park so far in this box. Ooh, whoa. This is nice. The 91 GMC Cyclone. in the red. So I don't know about you guys, but so far this seems to be one of the better routes on getting the boxes compared to just if you're trying to go to the store and buy them when they all come out. Later Crater. Okay, another fantasy vehicle. What we got here? So far, no duplicates, so that's got to be really nice. The Twin Dorado. So yeah, if you didn't know what you're getting into with these car boxes, if they're, yeah, I mean, these are releasing, right? Like they are the cars that are releasing in stores right now. But yeah, no duplicates thus far. The Pterodactyl. Okay, that's kind of cool. Fantasy car though, from Hot Wheels. So I want to say there's about 65 to 70% of these cars have been licensed vehicles that are your name brands. Crater Racer. All right, another fantasy vehicle here. I do like me those red cars. Man, I really hope that Hellcat's in here. 89 Mercedes-Benz 560. Ooh, the AMG. A lot of people like those AMG cars. Even the newer ones. I like the blue though. That's for sure. What do we got here? What do we got here? I think I know. Yes, it's the Dodge Viper in yellow. 96 Dodge Viper GTS. I like the yellow on this car. They did have it in blue as well, but the yellow is really nice. All right, we're getting close to the end. The Skull Shaker. This is definitely a fantasy car. Not something I would probably pick up myself, but pretty interesting for those who collect. All right, what do we have here? The Amaru GTC. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is another fantasy vehicle. I could be wrong. I'll have to look it up later. Okay. The Hoto Roto. You got like the engine popping out from the side and see the muffler also along the side. 67. 67. 67. A lot of 67 going around. What we got here? Another fantasy car. Salt Shaker. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. I got a couple more. 2 more. Kick Cart. Okay. Looks like a golf cart or something that's kitted out. So last but not least, I hope this is the Hellcat. I thought I saw something pink earlier. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Dodge Charger Hellcat could be a super treasure hunt in stores in the end case, but we have it. It's still hard to find in stores, regardless if it's a dud or not. So I am thoroughly excited and surprised with these cars here. I'm gonna leave this in the box here so you guys can see it. But that's all that's inside the 50 pack. Hot Wheels 50 pack. You can order these on Amazon. I don't know if you can order them in a larger quantity, but this is kind of what it looks like. And they're from this year's models. So if you like the video, continue to like it and put in the comments whether you think the value is there or not, or if you just like to hunt for them in stores. If you like to hunt, tell me your stories in the comments. Tell me if you think it's worth the cost. I think about $68 or something with the discount from Prime Day. But thanks for stopping in and looking at some of the cars with me. If you like the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you the next time.